That's just how it go when you play with the bosses. Oh no, we ain't never taking no losses. Whoa, whoa, what more can I say? This the way. I'm a smash. All I do is win every day.
The two guys in the back just watching is hilarious. All right, so we got into it a little bit yesterday about the slam dunk contest, but we didn't get all of the questions out and opinions that we wanted to sort of talk about. So, Chandler, you did mention yesterday that you watched this with Blake Griffin, which is hilarious and awesome. But we didn't really get a reaction. Like, what was his actual reaction to McClung's car dunk?
You know what's funny is we were at like this bar playing pool, and there's this guy, and he wasn't in the room. And there was this guy that was like talking trash about how much better Mac McClung's was than Blake. Had no idea Blake was there, and so like I literally went to another room and I grabbed Blake and I was like, "Hey, what'd you say?" And the dude lost his mind that like Blake was in this Irish pub in Santa Monica. Like it was hilarious, but he liked it. Like again. He told me his initial idea, he wanted to do like a dunk contest with Baron Davis and like a convertible Cadillac, and he was going to throw a lob and he was going to jump over the car and catch it and kind of do a windmill lob like he did off the glass for the Clippers. So again, I like Mac McClung, the creativity of taking what someone a great dunk before and making it his own, and honestly making it way better was brilliant. Like so, he was hyped. He loved it.
I'm happy to hear that. By the way, we have not gotten to mention his currently running Red Lobster commercials, and I really would love I would really love your take on these.
You know what's hilarious? First of all, it's shocking. Like it's
shocking.
I don't know what they spent on him for him to do this commercial, but it's a lot of money. And I commented like that on his Instagram, and Red Lobster DM'd me, wanted to send me some cheddar biscuits. I'm not making this.
Yeah. That's what they got. The cheddar biscuits is what's about, isn't it?
I haven't had a cheddar biscuit in a while, but I look forward to getting my package because cheddar biscuits are fantastic. But that
I feel like Blake, cause is it because he's so goofy and sarcastic and dry that he pulls it off? Because otherwise it's just like, ugh.
Yeah, if this is someone else, this would be kind of lame. He made it like funny. He made his own. This is what he does. The dude's a star, and he's happy and he's healthy and he's loving life, and he signed with Amazon, so he's got big things going on in his life right now. But this commercial, this was something. I didn't picture him being the face of Red Lobster post-career.
in the year 2025.
But if it gets me some free biscuits, so be it.
Lou, why are you laughing? Because you love Red Lobster, or because Blake?
No, because I laugh every time I see the commercial. I just crack up laughing because if you know Blake and his sarcasm and his dry sense of humor, him selling us Red Lobster is hilarious to me. But it's a good look. It's funny.
Perfect spokesperson. Perfect. We sort of talked about the tweet that went out during the dunk contest, but it was kind of towards the end of the show, and it of course was the Ja Morant. Giannis, there it is. Mac might make me decide to dunk, and then Giannis chimes in, and then Zach LaVine chimes in on Sunday morning that he might have to do it again as well. This feels like a really cruel tease, Lou. But is there a world in which this could happen? Maybe they're not teasing. Maybe they mean it.
Yeah, they got about 363 days to figure it out. So listen, hopefully we get these guys back involved, especially Zach LaVine. Zach LaVine, outside of Vince Carter, he and Aaron Gordon had one of my personal favorite years of the dunk contest years ago when they were battling head to head, and they damn near went into overtime in a dunk contest. You know what I mean? That was the excitement that we loved. Now, if we can get that back in, if we can get a Ja Morant in, I don't know what Giannis will bring to the table. He's just tall. I hadn't seen his dunk bag. But if we can get these guys in the star power that we would love, I think that would change how fans look at it. I think some of these guys are worried about, well, do I have a new dunk to do? Everything's been done. We realize that a lot of these dunks have been done. It's not a lot of dunks that you're going to reinvent or make new dunks. We just want to see you guys, the ones that are doing it and competing in this competition. So I would love to see these guys get involved.
I mean,
yeah.
Do you think? Okay.
You know what's crazy about? Until I just saw that video of Zach holding up the trophy, that dunk contest was so good. I forgot who won. Like I didn't know if it was Aaron Gordon who won it. I didn't remember who won until I just saw him.
Zach, I believe. right?
Yep.
No, he did. Yeah,
But I agree with
No,
you.
but
I
I
don't
thought it
even
was
remember.
I thought it was Aaron Gordon in my mind, and then I was like, oh no, it wasn't. It wasn't at
Yeah,
all.
they
It was
they
so
went
good.
into overtime in a dunk contest.
Yeah, it's nuts. And again, there are two different kind of dunk. Like maybe John Morant is more of this explosive, in-game, powerful, bouncy dunker, and he doesn't have kind of like Ant Edwards saying he doesn't have the bag for it. I do believe that there's different type of dunkers who have the Mac McClung type of gift where they can be creative and they can be tricky and they can be innovative and things like that. And there's also just in-game dunkers that are fearless and can attack the rim and also can handle the ball to even create enough, space to even get there. So it's two different things. Like remember Shane Larkin? He had like the highest vert in like the combine history. He had like a 52-inch vert. I don't think the dude ever dunked in an NBA game. So just because you have bounce doesn't mean that makes you a good dunk contest dunker. So that is an interesting kind of twist where there's different kind of guys, but I still would rather have John Morant go and do a 2-foot, 2-hand jump as high as you can dunk and see him even miss than to see these guys that we got in right now. You want the star name, you want the star power, you want the main guys that are there for that weekend to compete in these events, even if they're not great at it. Like it was cool to see Jaylen Brown's was awful. It was cool to see. It was cool to see him try. That's one of my favorite players. I have his jersey. I get to see him in a dunk contest. That hits different than these guys that the most common person has never heard of.
The testament, and I heard somebody doing this, I think yesterday, was in 25 years. So Vince Carter was at 2000. Try to name them all. You have like 3 Nate Robinsons, 3 Mac McClungs. You've got the Gordon LaVine ones. I think there's a Dwight Howard in there somewhere. And then you start to try to name like 15 of them. And you realize that they didn't really leave any kind of real impression. Here's an idea. If you're more of an, there's one. And he was a judge. So there's like,
John
then there's
Wall,
some in there that you just don't even know.
John Wall won one. Big name.
Yep. And then there are a couple dudes you're like, didn't even know they were in it. Obi Toppin won one. So there's that.
I think Donovan Mitchell won one when he was in Utah.
He's won.
Michael Jordan.
Do you remember it? Which one?
No, I don't remember. Like I remember Aaron Gordon losing more than these winners.
Exactly. That is the thing. I was thinking, like, if you're an in-game dunker, you know how in a baseball all-star game they put a bunch of kids out in the field to shag balls during the home run derby? What if
they just get drilled with all that?
Yeah, but you get a bunch of youth basketball players on the court so that these guys who are in-game dunkers can sort of, I don't know, like a simulation of a game, and you could dunk over humans.
Next.
Fine. It would be a dream. These are things you have to think about. LeBron on Sunday talked to the media, of course, opened up a little bit about his dunk contest absences, I suppose. Here he is.
No, there's no part of me that have regrets about not doing it. Obviously, I had a couple moments where I wanted to do it, and it just never worked out that way going into the following season either because of injuries or I just wasn't up for it.
Okay. We good with that? Do you thought about it?
Listen, the career that LeBron's had, I'm sure the dunk contest has been low on the poll of what he wants and what he thought was, accolades for a guy of his stature. But it's interesting because remember when he was in Miami and they had like their own dunk contest and it went viral and he was throwing it off the wall? He gave us a little taste, right? And obviously he's one of the most explosive, athletic dudes in the league. And it's kind of like Giannis doing it, right? I don't know if he's a great contestant because he's so big and tall and strong. It's not going to look as cool when like he does it, when like Nate Robinson does it. I think a smaller guy with balance does have a huge advantage in this contest. But again, same thing. Yeah, he's LeBron James. Michael Jordan did it. He's the best player in the world. Like we want to see our favorite players do it. So that part would have been cool. But I also understand him being like, it's the dunk contest. I have no interest.
Yeah, I've never seen him have like Ant-Man just said, I've never seen him have a bag for a dunk contest. Like have we ever seen Brian go between his legs or any of these things on a fast break when he's by himself?
Powerful.
We know him as a power dunker. We know him as a breakaway guy that's going to tear the rim down when he's there by himself. But when you're talking about a round after round after round in a dunk contest where you have to be creative, you have to come up with things on the fly, you got to use props. I've never seen that be LeBron's bag. So we just wanted him to do it based on name, based on likeness, and reputation. The same thing with Ant-Man. Even if you don't have a crazy bag for it, we just want to see you be out there down to Giannis. If Giannis wants to do it, I'm down for it. I've never seen any of these guys have a creative bag where they're going to jump over things or jump through something or any of those. The wild things that we see in a dunk contest, but simply because of your name, image, and likeness, we want to see y'all guys out there doing it. So him not having any regrets about it, I get it, but we just wanted to see him do it for a legacy point.
Yeah, like when LeBron's on a fast break and he goes left foot, right hand cock back, like that's fun. But in a dunk contest, it's gonna be like a 5, or like it's not like a dunk contest dunk. You know what I mean? That's what he's known for. Like, so I'm with Lou. Like, I don't know if he's the right contestant for this, but yeah, I would love to see him do it. I'd love to see him try.
You know what changes everything?
How athletic he is.
But Chandler, this is what changes everything. If you can get, well, it's not going to happen now, but if you can get a LeBron, Giannis, Ant-Man, and Ja Morant in a dunk contest, you lower your bar for the dunks that you're expecting to see. You're lowering the bar. Like, you're not expecting these guys to do double pumps and all of this. Now you're changing the landscape of how the dunk contest is going to be judged. Now you got 4 power dunkers out there. So now we're going to adjust our lens, and now we want to see the best of the best power dunking from our stars. So it changes with these guys.
Also, call me crazy. How cool would it be if LeBron did this next year at 41 years old? The expectations would be so low. We wouldn't expect him to win. He's got zero pressure. Like LeBron, if he should ever do it, it should be next year, 41 years old, and just shock the world.
He loves to be celebrated. It would be the whole weekend would be talking about, can you believe LeBron James at 41 was in the dunk contest? It is kind of a brilliant idea, actually.
Do the dunk contest like everything else. Old man bracket, young guy bracket. Forget it. Let's do it.
I am watching old man bracket. I don't care. I'll probably watch that before I watch young man bracket, if we're being honest, because I'm on the other side of the age thing now. So we are going to take a quick break. More Run It Back on the other side.
Run it up, the run it back, run it up, run it back, run it up.